Hello, everyone. It would seem that even more stuff is being said, so I want to give you the summary because I get a feeling that there's going to be people like me who just want the short and skinny. We don't have time for those 25-minute long videos. The short version of the RTX 3080 problems is in the partner cards. The partner cards cheaped out on the capacitors, which have resulted in the 3080 not being able to effectively go to maximum power, and from there it's boost clock and all the other stuff that goes on. What does this mean for you? Well, if you have a partner video card, then likely in the coming weeks there will be a firmware update that will correct the issue, but it will likely not change the fact that your 3080 will likely have to be undervolted to avoid any future issues. As for what it means in benchmarks, well, I get a feeling in the coming months when more reviewers finally get their hands on partner video cards for the Ampere line, they will start seeing different numbers in the benchmarks because of the undervolting and all the other stuff. At least that's my guess. That's not confirmed, but the other stuff is confirmed. And you can see I have articles pulled up from all this other stuff. So that's just the 3080 itself, but then there's problems beyond the 3080, like this one, where Newegg is shipping RTX 3080s without their boxes. And then you still have this issue going on apparently. The LG OLED TV is having issues with the latest RTX 30 graphics card. So yeah, there's plenty of issues happening right now. This is a good reminder to people that you can hate on AMD all you want to, but at the end of the day, NVIDIA has problems from time to time, just like AMD does. It takes any company time to work out their kinks, and sometimes those kinks can't be fixed, which is what we're seeing right now. Well, I mean, like a permanent fix, because obviously you're not going to be getting the video card that was promised to you for that $700 due to the fact that it has to now undervolt. So yes, that's the Ampere problem in a nutshell. Let's go and talk about Ryzen processors, because I've been noticing people wanting to debate me on what to buy. As you probably figured out from prior recordings, I like to build with micro ATXs. I find ATXs to be unnecessary size and weight. For most people, they will probably never fully utilize all the space within a ATX case. And the same can be said for the motherboard. I doubt you'll find anyone that will use all of the expansion slots on a micro ATX, if you're a gamer that is, which is where most of my focus is. If you are workstation or other things, okay, then I can understand the other expansion slots getting filled, but we're talking about gamers here. Even gamers who stream, I don't see them filling their slots. So yeah, I prefer micro ATXs because they're smaller, they fit on top of the desk better, so you don't have to worry about having it on the floor or something. So, short version is that it's okay to buy a micro ATX, because this may be the end of the line for AM4. There's no roadmap for 2021 as it stands. You can even see that in articles like Digital Trends, where they say for processors, 2020 may be slow year for AMD on the desktop CPU side. A leaked roadmap spreadsheet posted by Twitter user Kamachi and Saka revealed that AMD may not have a desktop processor planned for 2021. But don't be disappointed by this rumor, as it may not be bad. After years of existing in the shadows of its rival, AMD may feel confident enough in the strength of its existing Ryzen 4000 CPU, which is now renamed 5000, lineup to compete against Intel's roadmap. And they do point out that Intel is struggling with the 10 nanometer production yields, and it won't have a 7 nanometer processor actually until 2023. This article is a little out of date. I've read that Intel is very, very much struggling with their 7 nanometer process, and it will likely not be out until 2023 or later. So yeah, If people are going to argue that you should get an ATX to be more ready for AMD processors, I disagree. You're perfectly fine going micro ATX because there's not going to be a socket change, as far as I can tell. If there is, then so be it. By the time that, that socket change happens, you should be at a point where you're already looking to build a new computer, anyways. That's my response to people who want to argue about building with ATX on Zen 3. But for right now, that's all I have. Thanks for listening.